Samaritan is the newest superhero movie out on Amazon Prime. This stars Sylvester Stallone as he plays a superhero who has retired and gone into hiding. But when a new evil organization uprises, he must come out of the shadows to protect someone that he is very fond of. Now I'm going to tell you guys my thoughts on this movie. Let me know in the comments below, what did you guys think of this movie? Did you love it? Did you hate it? Smash it down below. Smash that like button, click subscribe, and let's get into this review right now of Samaritan.
Hey, old man! Try this.
Okay, so Samaritan, the newest Amazon Prime movie that is out right now for you guys to go and check out. I remember watching the trailers for this. I am a huge Sylvester Stallone fan. I absolutely love his Rocky movies. I love Rambo movies. I love, what else is he in? He's in so many action movies. I mean, he is one of those modern day actions hero greats. Like, he's always going to be an absolute legend. So when I heard he was doing a superhero movie, I was kind of like, I'm really intrigued to see what this is going to be about. It was a cool premise. A elderly superhero who goes into the shadows and retires and then is brought back out. That sounds like a very interesting concept to me. What I was hoping for in this movie was going to be more, not like Marvel or DC, anything like that, but more like Unbreakable. Because I absolutely love Unbreakable. I think that is one of the best comic book movies of all time. It is just superhero movie. It's absolutely incredible. So I was hoping this was going to be along those lines. Like something different, something that we haven't seen before. So, after watching this, what did I think of this movie? Look, I'm going to be completely honest right here, right now. I don't think it's the worst movie, but I don't think it's the best movie either. It has its really, really good parts that I really, really enjoyed. And it has its parts where you're kind of like, oh, you're going down a bit, down like the Marvel route and the DC route. Bit too much there for my liking. The stuff that you did here was really, really good, really unique, something different. But then you kind of went back to the safe structure of a superhero movie. And that to me took out of it. But Sylvester Stallone, I absolutely loved him in this movie. I thought, look, he's a big guy. He has the presence. So he fits the role perfectly. Like, he's massive. He's strong. You believe every single time that he does something where he throws someone halfway across the freaking room or throws a car, picks up a car and like flips it or anything like that. You believe that he is this character. Like, no questions. I have no problems with that. I thought his performance was great as well. He really plays this retired superhero really, really well. I thought the kid was incredible. He was good. He was fun. He has his moments where it's a bit like, doesn't quite work there. But overall, I actually enjoyed his performance as well. I think the villain here is very generic. It's very generic. I actually really liked, look, so there's this big twist that happens. I mean, it's pretty predictable. Like, I guessed the twist straight away. I really did. It's very predictable where it's going to go and how it's going to go. But for me, the villain that was in this, I feel like there was a big missed opportunity here because it's so hard to talk without spoiling anything. There is, when the twist happens and it gets revealed, I wanted to see, like, his reaction to that was kind of like, okay, well, what? Like, so he's just going to, like, it's just flip-flopped here now? Like, all of a sudden, like, what? Like, it just didn't work for me. I was kind of like, come on, man. I wanted to see a conversation with them two. I think that's probably what was missing in here. They really went down in the final act, the heavy superhero action route, and there was major action. But I personally would have liked some dialogue there where we see Sylvester Stallone's character actually have a conversation with the villain. That to me would have been great because when that twist happened, like, yes, the twist is predictable, but that conversation with that villain could have been absolutely incredible. And I really wanted to see it, but they brushed over it and didn't even mention it really. And it just, bam, we went on to the next action sequences. So for me, that was a bit of a downfall. And as for the twist, it's predictable. I think I could have executed it better. But I like that. I do like the twist. I was like, okay, this is really cool. But I still feel like they didn't expound upon that more. I feel like the flashbacks and stuff like that we got involving his character, I wanted to see more. I wanted to see him actually, when things happened, when he was fighting villains and stuff like that, I want to see his development. I mean, this is one of those ones where it's so hard to talk about without spoiling anything, because that twist is kind of like the big thing that is holding it back for me, is because it just didn't feel like it was developed enough. And after the reveal happens, I wanted to see more. I wanted to know more. Why is he doing this? Why is he like that? What was the turning point where he said, screw it, I'm gonna do this instead of this? Like, that to me is what's missing, and what could have propelled this up so much higher. Because if you look at Unbreakable doesn't have a lot of action sequences, but it's so good because of the dialogue, because of the character, because we are doing all these other things. But this one, it did do that at the start, and then bam, we get into the big action sequences. Like, I love action sequences, don't get me wrong, I absolutely love them. I love superhero action, but I just felt like this wasn't the movie for that. Like, you can have some, but they really, really pushed in that final third, and it just let it down for me. It let it down. It looks good, this movie. I have no problems with the way it looks. There's some moments in the CGI, and the effects, the burning house, man. That whole sequence was kind of like, yeah. I mean, how none of them died, I don't know, but hey, they should have. I do also like this. There's this unique thing with his powers as well that I found quite interesting. I don't think I've ever seen anything like that or heard anything about something like that. But it actually was cool. Like, I liked seeing something unique and something different with it. And it made him more vulnerable rather than just being an invincible hero. Because when you're going up against humans and you're a superhero, you're invincible to bullets and shit like that, you kind of just go and walk through everything. But they came up with a way that actually nerfed him in a way that kind of made him beatable. So you always had that edge and that stake of, is he going to survive? And at one point I actually thought he wasn't going to survive, but then you watch it and see what happens. But I like that. I like that they put that like fail-safe sort of thing in there to cover themselves. But yeah, overall, I don't have any real major like problems with the film. I just think it just could have been more. That's really what I think it is. I think they could have made another Unbreakable movie, but instead they went the final act down the Marvel route and the DC route with like the whole action sequences and that, which is fine. But this one, I don't think it's the worst. I don't think it's the best, but it's about middle of the road for me. But again, I enjoyed it. So let me know in the comments below, what did you guys think of this movie? Did you love it? Did you hate it? Smash it down below. Smash that like button and click subscribe. I'll see you guys next video. Until then, stay safe. Peace out.